Just shout it out if you know it.
Yes, it's
Strength, weaknesses, and outside
opportunities,
threats.
and threats.
Yes.
Opportunities.
Strengths. Sorry, hold on. I got to get over here. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And there's actually something new that's out there with a second T called trends. I'm not going to talk about that today. This is a very, very valuable tool that you can use. If you're the business owner, it sets your strategy. If you're in marketing, you can use it just for marketing. If you're in sales, you can use it just for sales. Any area of the business, this helps it. It could be as detailed or as high level as possible. So we're going to talk about what goes into each of these components, okay? On the strength side, let me get my notes up. The most important part of a SWOT analysis, the most important part, and this is, and Kim touched upon this when she said what she learned in 2020, where Kim, there you are. It is a critical self-analysis, okay, that and is an important factor for growth and success. You have to be honest with yourself. If you're doing this with your team, you have to give your team the ability to be honest and accept that criticism. All right, so what goes into strengths, okay? Strengths make a company highly competitive, right? It's a combination and accumulation of strengths that give the company a competitive edge. Strengths lead to efficiencies, competence, ability to grow, and most importantly, profitability. This is what makes your company. Of course, what are weaknesses? Weaknesses, they contribute to competitive deficiencies. All companies have weaknesses. Everybody has a weakness. This is where that critical self-assessment comes in. You need to know your weaknesses and you need to address and correct immediately. All right. This should be an ongoing document. By the way, I'll put this out on Gravitate for everybody when we're done. Opportunities. This is the ability to capitalize on new opportunities, right? So you need to look for that golden opportunities. What's important, some opportunities yield a little bit of profit. Other opportunities yield explosive growth, right? Opportunities need to be realistic and represent the strengths that are available to you. You need to match opportunities with your resources. Something to keep in mind, not every opportunity is golden. If it would, there wouldn't be any golden opportunities. So here, on the threat side of things, right, this hinders profitability and competitive edge. I'm moving super quick here, guys, so just bear with me. This is external threats that exist for every business. You need to plan in advance of these threats. When identified, you need to take immediate action. Okay, no action when you identify a threat will lead to lost profits. It's going to lead to loss of a competitive edge, and it could be loss of an entire business. Now, just a question for the group here. Can you name a business in the past 10 or 15 years that ignored their threats and are no longer here? Dan?
Blockbuster. Yep.
Exactly what I was thinking
Redbox.
of. Exactly. Yeah. Well, Redbox is still here, though.
But
I mean,
they're going
still
down pretty fast.
They are, but Blockbuster is the primary example where they were the kings, right? They said VHS, DVDs, they're not going anywhere. People are going to love to come to our stores and shop and rent and everything else. And what happened, right? On the flip side, they're no longer here. On the flip side, can you name a company that did this analysis that some guy in the company or lady in the company probably has this up on their whiteboard and they have pivoted. And they went from exactly
Amazon.
right. Netflix. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking Blockbuster and Netflix there. Netflix, when they started, Alex, if you remember this, I love playing with them. They shipped you a DVD. Okay, you rented it and then you put it back in the mail and you returned it to them. And if you watch their stock went like this and then boom down. It's kind of like GameStop is doing now. And they've pivoted and changed. And now look at them. And now look at their stock is way back up. So Netflix, prime example of how an analysis like this saved that company. All right. So summary here again, on the strengths, things your company does well. Qualities that separate you from your competitors. Strengths can be an internal resource such as skilled labor, knowledgeable staff, right? Alex talked about the people on his team. Okay, I forgot his name, but Tony, was that his name? Who's out there, and he knows that's a strength for our doctor. It can be tangible assets, intellectual property, capital, proprietary technology that you have. It's also location of real estate. Now, let's talk about McDonald's for a second. Does anybody know what business McDonald's is in? And don't say fast food.
Real estate.
Exactly. They're in real estate, right? They actually have more land than the US government. Okay, for all their properties. They purchase the land and then they lease it back to their franchisees. It's an incredible model. So again, real estate, prime example of their strength. They have other strengths too. If you've seen the movie The Founder, I'd recommend it. The story of how it came in existence. What are weaknesses? Things your company lacks, things your competitors do better than you. Okay, resource limitations, weak brand image, small group of suppliers, right? Alex, just to pick on you because you presented, you got to get supplies in, right? And if Barb doesn't have that vast group of suppliers she can go after, you service you several brands, right? So you have different suppliers. That's a good thing, right? If you only had one, if you only and they're in trouble, especially in today's world and supply chains, that's problems going on now. This could be a big weakness. Ineffective marketing, and we have an incredible marketing team here in FAN. I mean, we really do. So if you have effective marketing, you got the power players here. And it could be an unclear, unique selling proposition, right? What do you really do? You know, I don't. So those are weaknesses. Opportunities, underserved markets. Okay, is a great opportunity, right? I know Kurt and I are talking about something that he's looking to do, which he'll share, which is a huge opportunity for him in an underserved market. If you have few competitors in your area, that's an opportunity. An emerging need for your products or services. Press and media coverage could be an opportunity for you. Hiring the right people is an opportunity. Or you can purchase your competitor. That's an opportunity, right? How do you grow here? Again, what opportunities lead to increased profits? Threats. Emerging competitors, changing regulatory environments, negative press, that can kill you. We've seen that a lot with businesses. Things are out of your control, increased rates or operating costs. Gas is probably price of oil is going to go up. Gas is probably going to go up. That's going to hurt somebody like Dave. Okay. His cost of services are going to go up. Changing customer attitudes towards your company. Okay. Right. That's fluid. Identify this self-assessment, honest assessment. All right. Any questions on this? I move super fast here. Okay. We're going to do an exercise then together. I'm going to stop. Right. Can you all see my screen? Did I ever share my screen?
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
You can do this? Okay, good. Sorry. Okay. We're going to do a quick SWOT analysis here on FAN. Okay. On this group. All right. We're going to spend a few minutes on here. As great as this group is, we have weaknesses. And there are threats to this group, right? So let's take an honest assessment of ourselves. What's working, what's not. I've just talked for the past 7 minutes or so. So I want you guys to talk. What are our strengths?
Our
people.
Yeah, our uniqueness.
Strong team.
What was that?
Yeah.
Say, Kim, what'd you say?
We have a strong team.
Our out of the box thinking.
Leadership with Steve.
Okay, I'll put it on. Why not?
Our community.
Why not?
Our connections.
Okay, great. What are our weaknesses? Here's the tough one here, guys. Where are we weak?
The fact that we can't meet in person right now. Is that a threat? I don't know.
No, that
Referrals.
I would say that could be
Like we're limited in our ability to meet or something.
referrals. I agree there.
Following up with our one-to-ones or group meetings.
Our homework.
I think sometimes we're a little weak on attendance. We have I would put that on here. We haven't had one meeting where we've had all 26 members here. So I would put that as a weakness. Anything else?
I have groups that meet every week. Maybe a more frequency. I like your power team meeting idea.
All right, but I don't know if meeting every week. That doesn't go under weaknesses here, though. That could be an opportunity. So let's transition over to opportunity here. What opportunities? Weekly meetings is an opportunity for us to grow. What other opportunities do we have?
Inviting guests.
Workshops that we could do together.
Our spotlights.
Yeah, I think we should have more like of a media kit for each business or something like that.
How about networking with other organizations? Do some cooperative networking.
How about a golf event?
Stay tuned on that.
Just gonna throw that out.
We're going to talk. I'm going to mention that when we get to the end of the meeting. Right. So now, what are the threats to this group? What was that, Kurt?
I was going to say, I don't see very many people in this group visiting other teams. There's opportunities all over Team Network you guys are missing out on.
Okay. All right, just real quick. Okay, now what are the threats, right, for us?
Other
Where can we
networking
derail?
groups.
That's right.
I think Zoom fatigue is a threat.
Kind of related, Steve, I would say distractions, phone, web surfing, etc.
Any other threats to us? No.
Maybe.
Okay.
How about other groups?
Yeah, the networking groups that's on there.
Possibility of not getting referrals.
I was gonna say, people that are, kind of come and go, like, and maybe aren't dedicated. I don't know.
Yeah, like
A mole, if you will.
That's enough. All right. So what we've done here, we did this very, very quickly. We've identified for us where we're strong, where we're weak. So where we weak, we want to start meeting in person. Well, actually another threat for us here is the environment, right? COVID. We want to start doing in-person events. This group loves to meet in person. We did one 2 weeks ago. We had 6 members, I think, show up at Dr. Eli's. We want to start getting back to that. That's a weakness that could derail the group. It's also a threat because of the environment. So we're going to focus on this. Referrals. We started transitioning this group in January to be referral based, right? What did we do in 2020? We got to know each other. We gamified that. Now we're talking about how do we help each other, power team. So we're addressing that weakness. Following up in one-to-ones, right? You guys said it. You need to follow up. Being part of this networking group is not attending an hour and 15, hour and 20-minute meeting every other week. Okay, being part of the work comes outside of this group, is making those connections, having those one-to-ones, learning about each other's businesses, and having multiple one-to-ones. That's where the work comes in.
And the fortune is in the follow-up, as we all know.
Exactly. Right. Opportunities, do we go weekly? We can debate it. I know I'll be meeting weekly with my power team. Okay. We decided that as a group. Bringing guests. I love that we have 4 guests here today. I'd love to have 4 to 6 guests every day, every meeting. That's where the magic is. Follow up with them. Make sure, guests, you put your contact information, please, in the chat. We will be sending that out so we can have follow-ups. Workshops, love workshops. We're going to be bringing people in once a quarter to run a workshop here, or maybe have a special meeting to do it. Spotlights, again, we're trying to make the spotlights as participatory as possible. I know that's hard on Zoom, but Alex, I thought you did a great job. You asked some questions and everything else. So things like that. Media kit. So what we have on Gravitate is we have a 1-pager for everybody. And what my power team, I think this is the team that we talked about it, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is we may do a group or a group 1-pager for us there. But I love the media kit idea. cooperative networking with other groups. Yeah, I mean, we have Sage on here who's hopefully going to be starting another group, sister group to us. We're going to launch cooperatively with him, help him out. If you know any folks in your company or elsewhere that is looking for a networking group where FAN is not the right choice, I mean, we're going to reach out to Sage and talk to him. A group event, we're going to do those. Great opportunities. And of course, visit other teams. I agree with that. And of course, the threats we got to look at, right? Other networking groups. We know there's another organization that is launching a networking group here in Frederick or Urbana or whatnot, and they're actively recruiting. That's a threat to us. We all have Zoom fatigue. Honestly, I don't know if it's going anywhere, but we can address that as much as possible. Maybe one meeting will switch to GoToMeeting. How's that, right?
No.
No, I agree with you. Distractions, right? We're all multitasking. Look, we're on Zoom. Let's be honest. So we got to keep the multitasking to a minimum and focus for this hour and 15 minutes. That is important. I agree with that. Not getting referrals, that can kill a group real quick. And that's why we're focusing on giving referrals. I don't track. I don't want to track in this group. I don't want that culture. We're all professionals. If this isn't working out for you, let's talk. But we have to do everything in our power to give referrals in order to get referrals. Dedicated members, I think we have a pretty strong group here, but that could derail pretty easily. And of course, the environment and COVID. So what businesses do is they take this and they analyze their strengths and how do you leverage your strengths to minimize your weaknesses, okay, and mitigate your threats. What opportunities are out there that, again, can lead to where you can maximize your strengths for those opportunities and in turn grow profits. That's what this is about. You can use this in any area of your business. Now, I'm going to give you all another homework assignment. Do it if you wish. Spend time on this. Spend time on this from not for your business and for what you do, yes, but spend time with this on how you are a networker. Where are you a strong networker? Where are you a weak networker? Where are your opportunities to be a better networker? And what are the threats out there to derail if you're a power networker? Take an honest self-assessment and talk about it on one-to-ones. I'm happy to help you, coach you through it, and use it to become a better networker. Use it to give more referrals and keep the members, especially in FAN, top of mind. Any questions on all of this? I mean, again, I went super, super fast. I could talk for hours about this. John?
Yeah, can you take the presentation down real quick?
Sure. Can I take the presentation down real quick? Maybe. Yes, right here.
Hey, Steve.
Excellent job as always, Steve. This is great information, and I think every one of us is going to use it. Networking is obviously about business, but there are several instances from a one-to-one, and I got to get better at them. So I'm not sitting here preaching at all. I have to get better at them. But there are several instances that I've done one-to-ones with many of you guys on this call, and not mentioning names, but people have reached out to me to get connected to Mental Health Association. I've connected a family member of some of our group to possibly getting a job or getting a job. So it goes beyond just the business, and that's what makes this group so special. My challenge is going to be to continue doing these one-to-ones. I've learned a whole hell of a lot in 2020 from each and every one of you on this call. Dan, unreal one-to-one yesterday.
Nice.
I mean, just freaking fantastic.
Yep.
Cheryl, I could go on and go through every square here
right.
and tell you how you've impacted me. And I appreciate that. But that's going to be my vow to the group, is to do those one-to-ones, and to myself, because yes, personally, I've helped people, or they've helped me personally. Professionally,
right.
That's going to come.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Tracy, you were going to say something?